fight fans? So Aljamain Sterling does an interview with Ariel Helwani some time ago, and there's been a lot of questions regarding Aljamain. You know, I remember he put out something out there saying that he needed time for his bicep surgery. So I looked, you know, he pretty much commented on that at the Ariel Helwani show on the MMA Hour, and talked about how he might need some time, but he's not 100% sure yet. He was still waiting to hear from the doctor. He already did some tests and everything like that regarding that. So he said that he should be hearing it sometime soon regarding whether or not he possibly needs surgery or some type of healing to do. With that being said, you know, what do you think is going to happen? You know, do you think Aljamain is going to be able to do a title fight sometime in March or even April? Because March is just around the corner. We're already in the later part of January. February is just around the corner. Then you got March. There's 2 pay-per-views. You got one in Las Vegas, which is the John Jones fight, which doesn't seem likely because that's March 4th. Then you got the one in London, which is the Kamaru Usman Leon Edwards fight. Now, I'm not sure, but personally, it doesn't seem like Aljamain will be in too much of a rush or too much in a hurry to go overseas again. His last fight was against TJ Dillashaw, and that was in Abu Dhabi. So it just definitely seems like he would want to possibly fight more on the States. That's the vibe I get from Aljamain. I could be wrong on that one. Then I believe in April, the fight is in New York. I want to say Brooklyn to be exact. If I'm correct on that one, forgive me if I'm not. And if I remember correctly, Aljamain is not the biggest fan fighting over there either. He's had a lot of difficult challenges over there. So I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like we might not get a fight from Aljamain until May, because that just seems the more realistically timetable for Aljamain. And that actually sounds more of a doable timetable in case he does have some kind of bicep injury, and maybe gives him time to heal and such. So, or that, or June, maybe even June. Because I remember back in October, they were talking about him possibly putting him in the undercard of the one that's in Australia, and Aljamain was just not having it, which I don't blame him. I mean, come on. You just did a really bad, really good, or excuse me, a really tough weight cut to fight for the championship, and then you're going to try to go again in February, a few months later, like just around the corner after the holidays. No. So, you know, I'd feel like more likely it looks like it's going to happen in May or June. But what Ariel did mention, that he said he don't mind them doing an interim title fight. So that actually sounds pretty interesting to me. You got Sugar Sean O'Malley, who is definitely a #1 contender after having that great victory over Peter Yan, and then you got one of the greatest fights to ever do it within the weight class, Henry Cejudo. You know, he was definitely #1 talks for Aljamain to be the #1 fighter that he's going to face to put his next belt on the line. So that could be a very interesting fight. I would prefer that to happen, possibly do that in April. You know, you can have Henry Cejudo and you can have Sugar Sean O'Malley and left. That's if Sean O'Malley is up for it. I'm not sure. We haven't really heard much from Sean O'Malley. I'm sure Sean O'Malley will eventually put something out there. I know they've been trash talking here and there between them 3. So it would definitely be a very fun fight to see. Let Aljamain heal. Let Aljamain do his thing. Let him heal. And then let Henry Cejudo come back and face Sean O'Malley. And then the winner could face definitely Aljamain Sterling in June, I would say. So that be my preferred idea. Unless Aljamain is 100% healthy and he is able to fight. It just, to me, it just, the timetable and then the way and the location that after hearing multiple times from Aljamain Sterling and hearing that he is not too keen on fighting overseas, and then of course the difficulties that he's had in New York and so forth, it just doesn't seem likely it's going to happen anytime soon. That's personally. March 4th is just around the corner, so I really don't think, I think we'll be pushing it way too soon. I don't think there's enough time for a proper training camp. So yeah, I really see more likely it happening in May or June. But with that being said, I feel like the best thing they could do would be to do it in June or even July, you know, with the International Fight Week. That's definitely one hell of a fight, because, you know, you still got you got Stipe winning the heavyweight championship fight on that fight week. Then you got the possibly winner of this fight. You know, that would be one hell of a fight card for summertime. Definitely one hell of a fight card. But what I would like to know, guys, is let me know in the comments what you would prefer. Would you want to see Aljamain fight soon, or possibly have a Sean O'Malley versus Henry Cejudo for an interim title fight for the Bantamweight Championship? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.